Hi everyone and happy Thanksgiving. Today I want to share what we did intervention-wise for Tesfi. Once again, this is our experience with our son, Tesfi. Some services may not be available, some locations, but we would like to share what we have learned if it can be beneficial to you. So intervention-wise for Tesfi, we've done, in a nutshell, ABA, speech, feeding therapy, OT, PT, music therapy, NATE therapy, horse therapy, biomedical, foot bath, Epsom salt, detox, the gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Those are pretty much on and off that we have done. The gluten-free, dairy-free, as you know, we started about 18 months. When he was in 18 months, it was a slow transition. We were probably fully transitioned by the time he was about 20 months old. At the time of his diagnosis, Beanie and I toured for over 15 or 20 ABA centers. Not all ABA centers are the same. There's good quality ABA center and there are okay quality ABA center and not so good quality ABA center. So they're not all the same. When he was 2 years, he got diagnosed at 23 months. Right when he turned about 24 months, we started a traditional ABA. But even though we did a traditional ABA, we emphasized on what was ESDM is what we were looking for. When we toured for the ABA centers, we did not have a clue what ABA is. ABA is applied behavioral analysis. It's not for aggressive kids. It's not for bad kids. It is something that they need. It is something that teaches them. It teaches them ADL skills, interaction, social skills, even cognitively, it improves significantly. So for us, from so much research, I discovered that ESDM, the Early Start Denver model, was a very good program for the younger kids. Unfortunately for us, there was a long wait list, so we had to put Tesfi on wait list before he was even diagnosed. I put him on the wait list. And then after his diagnosis, it took us about almost 6 months, 5 months to get into the ESDM program. The ESDM, the Early Start Denver model, here's the book that we purchased, Beanie and I. It is on Amazon. It helped us a lot before we got to the therapy to initiate the therapy ourselves. So it's Early Start Denver model. I also called the Mind Institute, where the main researcher of the ESDM was, and requested for their assistance. And they trained us on Skype for 12 weeks how to provide that service to Tesfi at home. So Beanie and I took that training, and we were providing it at home in addition to other services he was getting. The ESDM, as I mentioned, is 100% play-based. It uses the ABA principles to help the children with relationships and skills. It is mainly for the little ones from 12 months to about 48 months. We used it up to, I think, 5.5, 6 years old, and we altered it a little bit. The therapist was amazing. And with the traditional ABA, I personally took the RBT course so I can learn what traditional ABA is, what is a DTT model. And I have learned that it is very structured. It's a repetitive movement. They will have them on table and chair and teach them a certain things with a reward, positive reinforcement with different rewards. And it's always goal-oriented. The ESDM is also goal-oriented. And we did meet with, we had parent training every single week during the ESDM. Beanie and I both attended the meeting every week for about 4 or 5 years that we were in that program. And it's really important as a parent to be involved in these things so your child can have significant outcome. We were able to get potty training in 1 week. We were able to get so many of his goals done with the ESDM style. But unfortunately, it's not available in all the locations. But what I found useful when we first did the traditional ABA until we got into the ESDM was work with the main therapist, with the BCBA who writes the program, that we were adamant about floor-based therapy, play-based therapy, no DTTs, no tables. Tesfi was only 2 years old. I did not want him on a table and chair. Again, that's our personal opinion, our personal experience. And I personally believe that is the most effective therapy for the little ones. Now, as they get older, they do need the structure, they do need the repetitive, they do need a different approach than the ESDM. So that's why this one is early start Denver model. We also did the Pathways program research for 12 weeks where they came to our house, trained us for an hour each week so we can implement it to TESFI. And Beanie will post some videos that will show you how we did the play-based at home. And you can get an idea on how we were able to achieve those goals as well. ለኛ በአማርኛ ለመናገር ለአውቲዝም ላላቸው ልጆች በጣም ኢምፖርታንት የሆነው ቴራፒ ABA ቴራፒ ነው። እኛ ለተስፊ ብዙ አይነት ኢንተርቬንሽን አድርገናል። ABA ቴራፒ ግን በጣም ኢምፖርታንት እሱ ነው። ስፒችም አድርገናል። ፊዲንግ የምግብ ቴራፒ ምግብ አይበላልንም ነበር፣ እሱን አድርገናል። ኦኩፔሽናል ቴራፒ አድርገናል። ፊዚካል ቴራፒ፣ ሙዚቃ፣ የፈረስ እና የአመጋገብ የሰፕሊመንት እሱን ሁሉ አድርገናል። የዛሬው ግን በጣም ፎከስ ማድረግ የፈለግኩት ABA የሚለው ላይ ነው። ABA ማለት ልጆቹ መጥፎ ባህሪ ስላላቸው ሳይሆን የማያውቁትን ነገር የሚያስተምራቸው ነው። አለባበስም ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ሽንት ቤት አጠቃቀም ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ከሰው ጋር መነጋገር ሊሆን ይችላል፣ መጫወት ሊሆን ይችላል። ኢን ጀነራል ኖርማል ልጆች የሚያደርጉትን ለማስተማር የሚሞክሩበት ነው እንጂ ነሰሰርሊ መጥፎ ልጆች ወይ አስቸጋሪ ልጆች ስለሆኑ አይደለም። ለተስፊዬኛ የመረጥነው ESDM የሚባል ፕሮግራም እሱን ነው የመረጥንለት። ይሄን መጽሐፍ ገዛንና መጀመሪያ ይሄን እየተከተልን ብዙ ነገር ተማርን፣ ለኛው እንድናቅ ማለት ነው። እና ABA ቴራፒ አስፈላጊነት አለው። በሳምንት 25 ሰዓት፣ 30 ሰዓት፣ 40 ሰዓት ሊሆን ይችላል። ግን ለህፃናቶቹ ቁጭ ብለው ጠረጴዛ ላይ ለመስራት ለሚከብዳቸው እኛ የመረጥነው ፕሮግራም ይሻላል ብዬ አምናለሁ በራሴ አስተሳሰብ።